Proposition number 2 about these group identifying social animals. Your listeners will only learn what they discover for themselves. What is learning? And I realize there are very, very smart people who have full week-long conferences devoted to this question, which is beyond the scope of our time together this morning. So this is not going to be a massive deep dive, but you are about to stand up in front of people and share some research. What does it mean for them to learn something through that process? Well, what does it mean for you to learn something? If you walk away from a talk or a presentation, when you're heading out the door, getting in your car or the bus or whatever it is you're doing, what is that feeling you have like you are taking something away from that experience? You could think about like just the sheer amount of data that comes at you, not just in a presentation, not just right now, but just in life, right? Data is coming at you all the time. And in the context of a presentation, somebody is just, here's data, here's information. Well, at some point, to learn something is to take something that is coming in that in some way integrates with your mental map, your mental understanding, your kind of network of the world as it is. So something comes in and something connects. Thinking from the perspective of a presenter, that is very, very interesting because it suggests that learning is not just the linear thing where someone stands up and says something and other people hear it and then other people go, aha, and then we all walk away. Like the only thing you're taking from today is what you integrate, what makes sense to you. So something that gets into your brain that connects to other thoughts, ideas, concepts, meaning, value that you have. And you're like, oh, that fits. That makes sense. And everything else that I'm saying today is as far as your learning is concerned, is rather pointless. You are only going to take away what you conjure up. And so are the people that you're going to present your research to. It's really only about the connections that each individual makes. So our goal, I hope, that you share your research, and there's some ahas. Some people in the room hear what it is you have to say, and it connects in a meaningful way to their mental model of the world. Well, if that's the goal, it means so many things for how we think about speaking and sharing. Because what happens in your mind is just as, if not more important, than what happens on the screen or what comes out of my mouth. And so come learn with me becomes a pathway. That really, the takeaway from your presentation is not just what you think the takeaway is. People are going to take away whatever it is they take away. And they're going to take away whatever they take away in large part based upon what they bring in, which you can't really control. So my attitude, my posture then as a presenter needs to be, well, I'm going to share some information. And there's really a bit of serendipity of the universe here as to what is going to happen. But I'm letting go of that, and I'm going to focus instead on trying to share information in such a way that you have a heightened chance of that integrating with your life and your work in some meaningful way. So your listeners will only learn what they discover for themselves. So we want to give them space to make connections in their minds. And as we boil these propositions down to increasingly more concrete suggestions, this becomes very integral because it affects everything from the speed at which we talk, to the way we create our slides, to the way our words and our slides relate to one another. If we're proposing that your brain has to do some work here to make any of this make sense to you, it means I can't flood the zone with data. And we'll talk more about these dynamics as we go.